Oh, good day, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to All Things Sport Extra Time with me, Prince Mbusi. And like I said, we're back. It's 2025, and we're back for a very, very long time. And we promise to be here with you. We promise to try to be up to date with what's happening in the world of sports. Remember, we aren't only doing football. We said we're going to be doing rugby, we're going to be doing cricket, and we're going to be doing a lot of analysis, unpacking games, unpacking formations, unpacking tactics, how teams engage, how certain players could be a good fit for certain teams. We'll kind of do some bit of scouting for teams and put some scenarios here and there. But today we're bringing you news for your favorite teams, news for your opposition teams that you hate to see, or that you do the hate watch on weekends and hope they drop some points when they play against your team or they play other respective teams in their league. And well, let's start here at home. South Africa, Johannesburg. Kaizer Chiefs have acquired, I think, the player that the most players have been looking for, the fans rather, that have been wanting for so long, since 2023. Kaizer Chiefs in the Betway Premiership have acquired the services of the one and only Undosi Thabo. He's a fan favorite. He's a very good player, very talented young man. Looks very promising on the ball, very hardworking off the ball, and is very tactical away. Kaizer Chiefs have grabbed the signature of Thabo, and they've gone to put it on their page today, this morning, that they've acquired the services of Thabo. Remember, Thabo was playing not so long ago in Russia, and he comes back again to play for Kaizer Chiefs. And I can tell you for sure, Kaizer Chiefs fans have been wanting this signing. They've been wanting it since 2023, after they spotted the young man at the Olympics in 2021. He showed great courage off the ball, showed a lot of prowess during that team that went to the Olympics. He was very good, and most people, I for one, thought Kaizer Chiefs were going to jump and pounce on him and sign, because after that tournament he became a free agent, and I thought by that time Kaizer Chiefs would have jumped at that opportunity to sign him. But like they say, it's never too late to sign a player, and with age comes maturity. And at the age of 28, turning 29, if I'm not mistaken, I think turning 28 this year, 2025. He looks very promising. He is very versatile on the ball. He's very hardworking. Still the same Tabodela, and I think he can only rise from Kaizer Chiefs to the next level. I mean, it's a big club, massive, massive club. It's a massive jump for him. But looking at Kaizer Chiefs, the brand of football they're playing, how they're trying to rebuild, I think it's gonna be very important for them. Very successful, I would think, especially if he stays injury free, and he doesn't look like to have a very injury prone career. So I'm really, really rooting for him, because I'd really like to see him back at the squad of the national team of Bafana Bafana, especially going to the AFCON this year in December in Morocco. I would like to see him going to Rabat. I would like to see him in that Bruce squad of 23 men going to compete for the South African national flag at the AFCON. He would be very massive, and I'd like for it to happen. And on the other side, Kaizer Chiefs have gone again to show another signing, which is Lepo, Glodili Lepo, relatively unknown in the South African setup, because he was playing for Valiance in Ligue 1 France. He was playing in the third division for Valiance. The highlights that I've seen so far, he looks very promising on the ball, skillful, can take people on, is not shy to taking shots at goal, which is what Kaizer Chiefs need at the moment. When I was looking at their stats, they're promising. They get to the final third. It's like when they get there, it becomes a bit tricky on how to unlock the defensive block of certain teams, how to pickpocket, find the spaces in between, and people that are, or players that have been taking that responsibility, who have shown to be able to be creative in those kind of situation. It was to do the Chabalala and the young man Uvilagazi and Duba, but Duba is more of a striker, central forward, likes to play as a number 9, and they look more edgy, not edgy, but they want to take responsibility. They look to enforce teams, but on a bad day, on a day whereby the team is well structured, Kaizer Chiefs have always been found wanting and end up not getting the goal scoring opportunities, But I'm hoping with Glodley Lepo, he's going to come in, give them a bit of stability here and there, and create chances, create opportunities, start to hit the post or hit the goal post, and let's see some goals coming in. And everyone, I think I speak for everyone when I say it would be massive for South Africa to have Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, all the big three teams in South Africa competing at the biggest levels of the African Confederation Cup, or at the CAF Confederation, CAF Champions League rather. So it would be massive for South Africa. It would be very helpful for Bafana Bafana when we have those teams competing at that level, raising the standard of football. And I think fairly to say that we would have a share of people coming back to the stadiums, coming back to watch the national teams again. So that would be very, very interesting. And on the other hand, they've also gone and signed another signing for Kaizer Chiefs. They look like not to have a striker. They look to be lacking at that department. Chivaviro, yes, when the season started, was like electric. Looks He was interesting when he gets in front of goals. He was able to get on target, was able to miss some, score some, but then it hasn't been an easy journey for him. And so Kaizer Chiefs went on to bolster the front line and got Tashreeq Morris from SuperSport United when he had just signed in October, which is the opening of the season, or after a month the season had opened. He had signed while the transfer window was still open, signed with SuperSport United in Pretoria, and has been there, and already Kaizer Chiefs have gone to acquire him in a deal that saw Saile going the opposite way. Christian Saile, if you remember him at Kaizer Chiefs, right winger, speedy, but unfortunately for him, it hasn't materialized for him, and he's been here for, I think this is his fourth season now, and the numbers are not backing him to be at at level that Kaizer Chiefs want him to be. And so they've seen that deal, having Tashreeq Morris as a center forward coming to Naturena, and Saile joining Namanzanzanza Apitor. So we watch to see how Tashreeq is gonna adjust and be in the situation of Kaizer Chiefs, how he's gonna adjust and probably grow his game, So we'll be watching that scenario and see how it's gonna happen. So my also other big question was for Thabo Cele. He's looking like a central midfielder, central, your typical 6, your typical 8 at times. So I'm looking at Ox, who has come in, and he's been having a very good season so far. When he was given a chance, he came in and he took it upon himself to start playing his best games, So I don't know if how they're gonna do it, but I think I would, if I was a Nabi and his technical team, I would switch Thabo Cele, move him to an upfront position, move him into a goal threatening position, because what I like about the lad, he can kick shots from very far, he can take on those shots, he can make the defense uneasy. He has those split defensive passes. Remember when the other episode, when we talk about the typical sixes of this day, being able to intercept play, be able to run between lines, collect the ball, having a bit of stamina. He has all those qualities, and he even has more to bring to the table for Kaizer Chiefs. So let's see what is going to happen. Let's see how he's going to adjust to the formation that Chiefs that they play, because this season they've been playing a 4-2-3-1, if I'm not mistaken, most of the time, because I remember when they start from the back before they start the play, the goalkeeper usually have those center backs coming in and opening it wide to take it to the fullbacks to the width, opening the width of the pitch, and they're starting up front, allowing Matt or whoever is playing or Ox to come collect the ball. So I think it's the new formation that we see in the modern football that has come and it has taken over. You watch it in the Premier League, England, all these teams, they want to build from the back when they start the play. So let's see how he's going to adjust to that. Let's see how he's going to adjust to the whole Kaizer Chiefs culture. How he's going to handle the pressure of playing for the big team. Same goes to Liverpool. Let's see how he's going to do amongst the Kaizer Chiefs situation and adjusting to such a big club. But yeah, for me so far, I would say these are good signings, especially the two. We're yet to judge Tashreeq Morris because the numbers so far haven't backed him up as a striker. For me, I'm very critic on strikers, maybe because I've also played as a striker and I know what it takes to be in front of goals, and so I'm always gonna be a very strong critic. If you at the mid-season you don't have your numbers up at least by, I don't know, you should be. I'm looking at you. You're supposed to be at 10 now, 12. So I don't think, I don't think that's for me is viable. So I don't like that. So those numbers for me are not convincing. So yeah, that's what has been happening so far. That was what has been interesting. That is what has been happening on the Premiership transfer window. I guess it's what is it's trending right now on the atmosphere. I know Kaizer Chiefs fans are booming with joy after receiving such beautiful news. I know it has been circulating in the media and the rumors were moving up and down and stuff. So yeah. Now moving on, and let's check at the Premier League. A lot has been developing in the Premier League. A lot has been said regarding Liverpool. Mo Salah, Roma Mill has been going on and on and on for a very long time. You know, Mo Salah is coming to the end of his contract. At the end of the season, he's supposed to sign, or everyone is expecting him at Liverpool to sign. At the moment, Salah is currently sitting on 19 goals this season. On the Premier League season, he's sitting on 19 goals just on the Premier League. We don't count, when we say Premier League, we're not counting the FA Cup, we're not counting the Carabao Cup, we're counting league goals. He's currently sitting at 19. Erling Haaland is sitting on 17, if I'm not mistaken. Isak is sitting on 17, chasing them. He's there behind him. So Mohamed Salah is supposed to sign and extend his deal. He's coming to an end. He's in his last 6 months, or rather 5 now, because we're in January. He's in his last 5 months of the contract with Liverpool at Anfield, but he hasn't signed. And rumors that came, or reports that came, that I just saw before we came live here, is he has rejected another 5th deal that was proposed to him by Liverpool. I mean, at 380,000 per week. I mean, I'm expecting you to sign, and looking at your age, I'm not really convinced. And I was hoping better from Mo Salah. I don't think he's a greedy guy. I don't think he wants more than what he deserves. I mean, the numbers already are there for him. Maybe he wants 400. I don't know. We don't know the structure of the deal. No one knows, only those that are behind the scenes, agent and Richard Hughes at Liverpool. So we don't know how that one is going to go. We are yet to see if Mo Salah is going to sign. And moving along, Virgil van Dijk, it looks like he's going to sign. He's being quiet about it, and he's been just watching his performances, and he looks set to sign. I don't know. We haven't heard anything from him, but more than anything, I think I saw Jimmy Carragher talking about it, saying he's been impressed with how he has handled the whole situation. And for me, I'm also impressed. Virgil has been nothing short of professional. Not saying Mo Salah wasn't professional with how he's handling his own contractual situation with Liverpool. There are many tactics on how to negotiate. You know, you take it to the press, release leaks. We know this kind of situation. If you've been in football, you understand. And they're just trying to get their deals done. I understand that. But now looking at Liverpool and what they have set their target for themselves, or how they've raised the bar for themselves to go on and probably do a treble, that I know for sure they are aiming at it, but they might not say it. They're aiming at the league, and currently top of the league, 6 points ahead of second placed Arsenal, 12 points ahead of Manchester City, who is sitting at 4th, and Newcastle, who might be the threat to the Premier League, to Liverpool. but they are comfortably and have a game in hand. Though you'd expect those players to be fully focused on the team, fully focused on fixtures, taking it one game at a time. Probably this is the reason why Liverpool also have been kind of stalling this. They're not really stalling, but taking bit by bit. The schedules are tight. There's a lot of games to play. It's Champions League this week. It's Carabao during the week. So you understand those situations. You'd want to see those deals happening sooner if you're a Liverpool fan. But at the same time, they've got to be delicate on how they do things on that side. So yeah, another one that has been, it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. I remember he got a lot of stick when he didn't have the best performance of his time against Manchester United. Played a horrible game, ended up drawing 2-2 against Manchester United at Anfield when everyone was hoping Liverpool were going to bury or trash Manchester United. But it wasn't to be. Manchester United proved to be strong on the day, looked composed, looked very tactical away, and they were ready. They were ready for Liverpool. They were matching them pound for pound and were pouncing and very good on transition. That's how they were catching Liverpool. They utilized on the spaces that they left on their left back positions. So it was one thing to see, and he's one guy that I hope he signs. He's one guy I hope that he stays. But at the same time, I'm caught in between knowing that he's a young lad and Real Madrid is coming to knock at the door and say, hey, we want you to come join us and come and be our player. I mean, it's Real Madrid. It's a prestigious club. You can't say no. You can't say no. I don't know if you're watching us and you from corporate, you know the big companies, that if they came knocking at your door right now and say, hey, we are recruiting you, we want to come work for us, I know you're happy where you are, you're respected, you're loved, you're cherished, and you're doing the most, you're killing your job, you also are happy. But come on, it's us, we the big mother of, we're known, we're the realities of clubs. So it's a tricky situation for him, and I would love for him to stay. I would love for him to stay. I want him to have the Liverpool status. Let's see how that one is gonna pan out. But yeah, he's also hasn't signed. It's also, the deal is taking long, and we're yet to see how it's gonna happen. And hopefully he signs and put the rumors to rest. Because remember, Madrid did come and submit the bid on the opening day of the Premier League. I think on the 1st or 2nd of January, brought in a very pissing off, if you might say, to Liverpool, £20 million for Trent. Yes, he's in his last 6 months of the contract, but come on, man, you've got to do better. That's a world-class player. On a good day, yes, he's got some defending, I don't know how to put it, but he can have his moments in terms of defense, but it contributes to the way he plays, how Liverpool plays, how they demand him to play. He can't be everywhere. Hence, we've seen Jurgen Klopp coming to the media and defending him and letting people know, asking, are we still discussing this in 2025? When I've discussed this, why Trent is always fine and found in those situations, because of the way we play, because of what we demand from him. Because we know Trent is very creative. Just over the weekend when they played Ipswich Town, he created a very good cross, striker's dream kind of a cross for Cody Gakpo to head home. You know, that's the kind of player he is. That's the sweet right foot that he has. Moving along again, let's check it. Liverpool have been on the left side in terms of defense, on the left back position. It's starting to deteriorate, and yeah, it's starting to deteriorate. And this is the guy they've been talking about, Jarrel Hato, not Hato. You know, it's Hato. He's a very sensational young player, 24 years age, plays for Ajax in Amsterdam in Eredivisie in Holland. Very good, very talented, and years are still on his side, and he's looking very kind of like your Virgil van Dijk at his peak. Southampton kind of days when he is about to reach his peak, and at 24, that's the best age I would think you'd get a player and sign him and put him on a good contract. And I hope Liverpool can get this one over, because if you look at the side of the left back, Robertson and Tsimikas, this season they've been kind of in each other, matching each other in terms of performances. One week I'm bringing the best performance of my life and fans are thinking, okay, he's back, and then the other day he's got a very not so good game, and it happens in football. And Liverpool fans, as much as they love Robertson, what he's done to the club, he will remember he was part of that monstrous Liverpool side that had your Sadio Mane, your Roberto Firmino, Gini Van Aldam. He was still part of that crop with Alisson, Van Dijk, and Trent. And now the years is probably starting to show. He's no longer that quick, and is no longer that efficient in terms of crossing. That is why I think Liverpool would still go on and opt to go and get this guy. Jarrel hato, and he was spotted over the weekend at Anfield watching the game. So I'm kind of thinking something has already happened. The deal might be signed. And you know what? Robbie Fowler, in one of the interviews I saw him, I don't know which publication he did it with, but he said something, because if you look at these Liverpool deals, your Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent, he's saying something has already happened. He has this feeling. Hear him out. He says he has this theory that Liverpool have already agreed deals with these guys and they've already signed. But because Liverpool are in such a good moment, they are number one and they want to stay at that top of the league. They don't want anything to disturb the performances of the players. It is highly likely that they have signed and they're just keeping it. Come the end of the season, say Liverpool get crowned champions, Liverpool get crowned UEFA Champions League champions, or whatever, how the season pans out for Liverpool, they're going to come out and say, okay, voila, here's the cream of the crop. These players are signed. Salah probably taking 2 more years. Van Dijk, I think, taking 2 more years. Trent is tricky. Trent is tricky, and I feel like a lot of people of Liverpool would be open to let him go, let him explore his option, and say maybe we'll leave the door open, come back and retire here. But at the same time, with the kind of team that Arne Slot has assembled, that is there, and with the kind of signings that probably Liverpool might bring, I see Liverpool dominating for another 3-4 years, and I think you'd want to be part of that super team. I think you'd want to be part of the team that's going to try again. If they win this Champions League of this year 2025, they want to defend it again. I mean, that's a great club. Liverpool is big on its own, so let's see how everything is going to pan out. Now, going across town, while we're still in the Premier League, some deals haven't been finalized, and we're looking at this guy, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin, it's been quiet for him too. Also, I think he's in his last 6 months. He's been injured a lot. He's coming in and out of play. He's coming on second half. He's no longer that regular starter. And Manchester City are going through it all. They are struggling, so we don't know how that one is going to turn out, but we are yet to see. And he said if the club is quiet, and I'm taking it and I'm paraphrasing it from the interview he gave, I think it was in October. He said if the club is quiet, it's likely that that means he's not renewing and he's probably headed out the door. So let's see how that one is gonna go. And yeah, man. And I think he's gonna go. I don't think he's gonna stay, or he might renew by just 1 more year, and we'll see how it goes. Because I think for Pep it's time to rebuild, and knowing Pep, because he's gonna stay until 2027, he also renewed his contract. He's gonna be looking to bolster the squad. I know he's already made his list. His scouts are busy running around Europe, Brazil, getting players ready for him. He's going to come back with a monstrous team to try and destroy your Liverpool, your Arsenal, your Newcastle, go back to the top where they belong. But we're going to see. Yeah, it's not looking good for Kevin De Bruyne. And another one that surprised everyone is the one of Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker was spotted yesterday. He was out in the stadium. He was out in Milan watching AC Milan play Parma at home in that dramatic 3-2 win on Sunday. They were playing there, and he was spotted there sitting with Abramovich. Remember, Abramovich is the director now at is acting as an advisory to the team, to the AC Milan team. He's been given that role, and he has since signed Kyle Walker with with an option to I don't remember the details of the deal, but yeah, you can put it in the comment section and correct me. But I think he has signed one year deal, and he might be looking to go to Saudi after that. But yeah, I don't know, man. That tells you. I even had Pep in one of these post-match interviews, saying pre-match interviews rather, that one of the fastest defenders he has decided to leave the club. So if you have to make anything out of that situation, it tells you a lot that is happening at Man City behind closed doors. It tells you that the team that was monstrous is also coming to an end. I think it's the end of the era for them. Moving along across town, their rivals, there was circulating rumors for Kobe Mino. Kobe Mino is scouted by Chelsea. Chelsea are looking to get in and probably snatch him from Manchester United, but I don't think that one's going to happen. I don't think Manchester United, a recruit coming from their academy and producing the kind of performances that he has produced, I don't think they would let him go. I think he's going to stay and he's going to sign and probably just sign a longer deal. He's going to stay and be part of Ruben Amorim's team and see off the season and then go back to preseason to plan again for the incoming season, because I know for sure this season they're aiming now for another European League. Probably if it was up to them with 16 games to go, I think they would be aiming to go and finish it at top 4 at least, but we will see how it's gonna go. But yeah, that's what we have for you at the moment. This is what has been interesting. This is what has been happening in the football fraternity in the past few days. We're towards the end of January. We're closing off the season. It hasn't been the busiest on all fronts, on the Premier League, in the Bedway Premiership here locally. The league hasn't been that very busy with in terms of transfers, the transfers that would have you lifting your eyelids and say, oh yeah, something is going. But we try to bring you, we're hoping to see some very good signings on deadline day, and I know you're rooting for your team to make a very good signing to finish off the season on their respective positions on the log. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Prince Mbusi. Sazisicwanino miyisbe umjeka ngale hlangano veza uncoba sikhabakhabane esakhabuvezwa welu together. Appreciate your support. Love you so much. Continue to subscribe. Let friends subscribe too. Asibukeleni ibhola. Let's watch sport. See you tomorrow when we're bringing you the Bedway 20. It's here in South Africa. It's happening. Iqakamba fondini. Siyabuya kusasa. Masibonaneni mntu zobawa. Ndiyabulela. Thank you. It's me and I'm out.